Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I'll never forget the sound of her laughter that night. Soft, breathless, intimate. The kind of laugh I hadn't heard in months. Only, it wasn't meant for me. It drifted through the slightly ajar door of her office, accompanied by a low, husky voice that didn't belong to any man. I froze. My wife, Leah, wasn't alone, and the way she said her boss's name, "Oh, Claire, stop," didn't sound professional. For a full minute, I stood in that hallway, my hand trembling on the doorknob. I wanted to burst in, scream, demand answers. But something deeper held me back, a sick curiosity, the need to see the truth with my own eyes. When the laughter turned to quiet gasps, I walked away, every step echoing like betrayal itself. Leah had been different for months. Late nights at work. Weekend strategy retreats. The scent of expensive perfume that wasn't hers. She said Claire needed her help managing stress. How stupid I'd been to think that was metaphorical. For days, I replayed what I'd heard. My mind twisted it into denial. Maybe I misheard. Maybe it was just a joke. Maybe Claire tripped, and Leah laughed. But deep down, I knew. The truth lived in my gut, cold and heavy. I decided to test her. One morning, as she dressed for work in her usual calm, detached way, I said casually, "Hey, I met Claire's husband yesterday, David. Nice guy." Leah's mascara wand froze mid-air. "David? You met him?" "Yeah. We were both at the coffee shop by your office. He recognized me from your Instagram." Her expression flickered. Panic, then control. "Oh, that's nice." It wasn't nice. It was a spark. The first crack in her carefully built wall of lies. Over the next week, I noticed the small things. How she smiled at her phone and tucked it away when I entered the room. How her boss's name appeared in her messages at midnight. How she always smelled faintly of Claire's signature vanilla musk. Each detail added weight to the truth until it crushed whatever faith I had left. One night, while she showered, I opened her laptop. I shouldn't have. But betrayal drives you past morality. Her email was still open, and there it was, a thread labeled private, delete later. "Claire, last night was dangerous, but thrilling. I can still taste the wine on your lips. Leah, I can't stop thinking about you. I wish I could freeze time when we're together." My stomach twisted. My wife wasn't just unfaithful, she was in love. The worst part? Claire was married too. I printed the emails. Every line. Every detail. I needed proof, something to hold when she inevitably lied again. But I didn't confront her. Not yet. I wanted her to feel what I felt. I wanted her to see what it meant to be blindsided. A few days later, fate intervened. David, Claire's husband, called me. "Ryan, right?" His voice was calm, but I sensed the strain beneath it. "We need to talk." We met at a quiet bar on the edge of town. He was tall, mid-40s, with the weary eyes of a man who'd already walked through fire. "She's been acting strange," he said, stirring his drink. "Claire. Always on her phone. Always staying late with your wife." I checked her messages. "I think they're together." I slid the printed emails across the table. His face went pale. For a long time, neither of us spoke. Just the low hum of jazz and the clinking of ice. When he finally looked up, his eyes were hard. "How do you want to handle this?" "I want them to face what they've done," I said quietly. "No screaming. No violence. Just the truth, delivered with precision." We spent the next week planning. On Friday, Leah told me she'd be working late. I nodded, pretending not to notice her red lipstick or the faint tremor in her hands. David and I followed them to a downtown hotel. Room 812. The Do Not Disturb sign mocked us from the door handle. David knocked. When Claire opened the door, her face drained of color. Leah, wrapped in a hotel robe, froze behind her like a ghost caught in daylight. "Evening, ladies," David said, his tone cuttingly polite. "Hope we're not interrupting your meeting." Leah's eyes darted to me. "Ryan, this isn't what it looks like." "Then you should have deleted your emails properly," I said, tossing the folder onto the bed. Silence. Just the sound of Claire's breath hitching. David turned to his wife. You humiliated me. For this. Claire's lips trembled. David, please. No, he said. You don't get to talk now. Leah tried to reach me, but I stepped back. I wasn't ready for her touch, her lies wrapped in apology. You destroyed us, I said quietly. For what? To feel special? To be wanted? Tears welled in her eyes. It wasn't supposed to happen. I felt invisible. Ryan, you were always so focused on work. Claire made me feel seen. I laughed bitterly. So you cheated to feel visible. Her voice cracked. I didn't mean to fall for her. And yet you did. David looked at me, a strange calm in his expression. You got your proof. Now what? I took a breath. Now they live with it. He nodded slowly, then handed Claire a white envelope. These are the divorce papers. I had them ready for weeks. Leah gasped. David, wait. And you, he said, looking at me, shouldn't let her twist the story. Make her own it. We left them there, two women drowning in silence and shame. That night, Leah came home. Her mascara was smeared, her eyes hollow. Please don't leave me, she whispered. It was a mistake. No, I said. A mistake is forgetting an anniversary. This was a choice. She fell to her knees, sobbing. But her tears didn't move me. They came too late, like rain after a fire. Over the next few weeks, David and I stayed in touch. It wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about survival, two broken men trying to rebuild from the ashes of deceit. One afternoon, he sent me a message. She left town. With someone new. Guess she learned nothing. I didn't reply. I just stared at the screen, realizing the truth. Some people don't change. They only shift their lies to new faces. As for Leah, she moved out quietly, leaving behind the framed wedding photo I couldn't bring myself to take down. I didn't hate her anymore. I just pitied her. Because in the end, her affair didn't just cost her our marriage. It cost her the illusion that she was untouchable. And when I saw her months later, standing alone outside that same hotel, waiting for no one, I realized my revenge had already taken root. She'd lost everything she betrayed to feel alive.